right, black and white sports supporters. Well, my goodness. It seems the WNBA has literally went to AI and said, create a stat that will somehow diminish Caitlin Clark and her performance this year. And somehow, some way, said AI kicked out the gravity stat.
That was the WNBA league office, the same league office run by Commissioner Cathy Engelbert. And what you just heard is the moment the WNBA admitted, out loud, on camera, that they would rather invent a brand new statistic than give Caitlin Clark the credit she has already earned. Make no mistake, they went to artificial intelligence. They told it to build a metric. They told it to measure which players, quote, shift defenses and change the game with every touch. And when the answer came back, Caitlin Clark, the most watched, most feared, most talked about player in this league, was not on the top 5. Folks, this is what desperation looks like. This is what a league office does when it has decided, openly, that hiding the truth matters more than telling it.
The W's first inside the game stat, powered by AWS Cloud, measures the players who shift defenses and change the game with every touch. Follow along all season as we track the top 5 leaders and how they impact every possession.
They called it gravity, powered by AWS Cloud, tracking, in their own words, the players who shift defenses and change the game with every touch. Now you tell me, in a league where one rookie dragged this sport from 10,000 fans a night to 15 million on national television, you tell me which player on planet Earth shifts a defense more than Caitlin Clark. Go ahead, I'll wait. Because the answer is nobody, and the WNBA knows it. And that is exactly why they had to manufacture this thing in the first place.
For this, but yeah. Look, I think Sonia Citron is a hell of a player. Marina Mabrey, what, Kayla McBride, okay. Rhyne Howard, Kahleah Copper, what are we doing?
Sonia Citron, Marina Mabrey, Kayla McBride, Sophie Cunningham, Kahleah Copper. Listen, every one of those names is a solid pro. Good players, I respect them. But shift defenses, change the game with every touch, be honest with yourselves at home. When Caitlin Clark crosses half court, 2 defenders run at her. When she pulls up from the logo, the entire defense collapses. When she sits a single game, the television ratings drop 55%. That is gravity. That is the only definition of the word that matters. And her name is not on this list.
So, gravity quantifies how much a player pulls defenders towards them above expected. Wins above replacement. WAR. Essentially measuring how much attention they draw compared to what spacing on the floor predicts. Well, there's only one player in the league I see that literally has somebody draped across her back and she's pulling them 94 feet down the court.
Now here is where it gets ugly. The WNBA's own definition reads, and I'm quoting directly, gravity quantifies how much a player pulls defenders towards them above expected. Above expected. Let that sink in. They are telling you in writing that they measured how often defenders run at a player more than their computer model predicts. And somehow, the rookie who has every team in this league throwing 2 and 3 defenders at her every single possession, the rookie who has a defender draped across her back 94 feet down the floor, the rookie who has Aaliyah Boston setting screen after screen just to free her, somehow that player ranked outside the top 5. Folks, this isn't a statistic. This is a statement. And what comes next is the moment that broke this whole thing wide open.
And it's not any of these folks. Guys, you have to scroll all the way down here. I mean, okay. All the way down here. Sophie. You guys know I'm a huge Sophie Cunningham fan. Sophie Cunningham is ahead of Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark's way down here. Despite the fact that we see these players draped all over her, and they have to come out and try to grab her before she knocks down a 35-footer.
Look at this list one more time. Sophie Cunningham, who I love, one of the toughest competitors in this league, Sophie Cunningham is ranked ahead of Caitlin Clark on a stat that measures pulling defenders toward you. Sophie Cunningham, whose entire job on most possessions is to set the screen for Caitlin Clark. Sophie's whole gravity number exists because defenders are leaving her to chase number 22. The entire stat collapses the second you look at this league for 30 seconds. Make no mistake, when a league has to manufacture criteria specifically designed to bury its most popular player, the league has a problem. The commissioner has a problem. Cathy Engelbert has a problem.
Caitlin Clark, DraftKings posted this, by the way. Caitlin Clark by season. This year, 23.8 per game, 43% from the field, 34%, basically 35% from three-point range, 9 assists, 96.4% free throw percentage. MVP season loading in year 3. Right here, Amazon. Historic Caitlin, most games in WNBA history, 12, with 20 points and 10 assists.
Now let's talk about what Caitlin Clark is actually doing on a basketball court. 23.8 points per game, 43% from the floor, 35% from three-point range, 9 assists a night, and 96.4% from the free throw line. Let me repeat that one more time for the people in the back. 96.4%. That is not a sophomore season. That is not a good young player season. That is an MVP season. That is a Hall of Fame resume loading in real time, right in front of our eyes, and the WNBA League office is doing everything in its power to look the other way.
How about the leaders in the league? Caitlin Clark's third in points per game. She's first in assists. What are we doing? She's 1, 2, 3, fourth in efficiency. First in fantasy points. Point, assist, double-doubles, first. I mean, honestly. Three-pointers made. She's sixth, and she missed a game. Just pointing that out. CDS.
And it gets better. Caitlin Clark leads this league in assists. She leads this league in fantasy points. She leads this league in point-assist double-doubles. She is top 4 in efficiency, top 6 in three-pointers made. And remember, she missed a game. 12 career games with 20 points and 10 assists, the most in WNBA history, 12, in a year and a half. Sue Bird needed a decade to do that. Diana Taurasi needed a decade to do that. Caitlin Clark got there before her 24th birthday. So when the league office hands you a brand new gravity statistic that ranks her behind 5 other players that Caitlin literally creates open shots for, you have every right to be angry. Because the real story isn't just what happened tonight. It's what this means for everything coming next.
Yeah, I mean, literally, yeah. Mabrey, laughing my effing ass off. The only thing she changes is her crusty underwear, and that's not very often, probably.
You want to talk about the player response? Marina Mabrey, one of the names actually on this fake list, laughed at it publicly, out loud, mocked it on social media in front of the entire basketball world. And here is the thing. When a player included in your top 5 is telling the world your stat is a joke, that is the moment a competent league office pulls the post down, apologizes, and goes back to the drawing board. The WNBA didn't do that. They left it up. They doubled down. Because apparently Cathy Engelbert cares more about hiding Caitlin Clark than respecting the very players she's pretending to promote.
And of course, you got these folks trying to do a victory lap. I was told only one person had gravity. Yeah, and we were right when we told you that. Well, this is embarrassing. Stop using AI. Marina Mabrey, now, this is some shady WNBA shit. You gotta be kidding. What are your metrics? This is a made-up stat. It's a complete joke. Please don't ever post this again. What the F is this? You don't even explain it. More moronic behavior for the WNBA. Cathy, we still want you gone, so knock this shit off. Man, I gotta tell you.
And you folks in the comments saw this coming a mile away. You called it. You called it weeks ago. You said the second the WNBA partnered with AWS Cloud to build a brand new fan-facing statistic, the goal was going to be burying Caitlin Clark. You were right, every single one of you. And here's the part the league office doesn't want you to remember. This isn't the first time the WNBA establishment tried to suffocate a generational talent. Back in the 1990s, Cynthia Cooper had to fight this league for the respect that 4 straight championships should have earned her automatically. Candace Parker, rookie year MVP back in 2008, they tried to bury her too. Every single time a player threatens the existing order in this league, the front office closes ranks. We saw it then. We are watching it happen again right now. The names change, the playbook does not. And here's the one thing nobody is talking about. The biggest consequence of all is still coming.
My players with gravity list: Asia Wilson, Kayla Clark, Kennedy Carter, Kelsey Plum, Paige Beckers. It's a better list. Why are you lying? Yeah. I mean, wow. Damn, is AWS strapped for cash that they need to shove AI in our face even with WNBA media? Instead of using this AI slop that doesn't actually show anything, why don't you release the players of the week? I mean, it's... we're here. We're here where we're finally making up new statistics to try to...
So here is the question. When a head coach demotes a player publicly, the players hear it. When a league office manufactures a fake statistic to hide their best player, the fans hear it. And the fans, every single time, are louder than the analytics team. Mark it down. When you have to invent metrics to hide your superstar, Cathy Engelbert has a much bigger problem coming her way than this one social media post. Caitlin Clark doesn't need gravity. Caitlin Clark is gravity. She is the only reason this league has a media deal worth $2 billion. She is the reason charter flights exist in this league. She is the reason these players have new contracts. And the WNBA league office just told her, in front of God and everyone, that she ranks behind Sophie Cunningham. So I'll leave you with this. Do you think Cathy Engelbert keeps her job past the end of this season? Yes or no? Drop a 1 for yes, a 2 for no in the comments. Tell me which side of history you're on. Hit that subscribe button, smash that like, and I'll see you next time.